How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Spy Family episode review. This is season 2, episode 31, the Fearsome Luxury Cruise Ship. And before I go any further, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more reviews just like this one. And I know if you're a fan of the other reviews that I do, such as the Rurouni Kenshin 2023, the Pokemon ones, I promise those are coming back. I'm behind, especially the One Piece ones. I have not forgotten One Piece. All right, that's still on my list. I'm not going to give a time period because every time I do, I seem to fall a bit behind even further. But I'm not behind on Spy Family. I usually on Saturdays and subsequently Sundays we wear pink for Anya, but it's kind of about yours. So I'm just putting some heavy hitters on here because this episode shows Yor is amazing. Not just at the killing, but at the non-killing. Because the non-killing is good because you don't want people to be startled on this giant luxury cruise ship. And it's insane. We do we actually see there's at least 20 of these assassins that work for the what's his name? Leonardo or Leonard, stupid Leonard, the bad guy who took over the crime family. Leonard Harpoon, whatever. But yours amazing. The first thing I even have on my physical written notes is so the fake room service guy spiked through the head. And this is after the supervisor comes up. He throws darts when they went to the casino. Even the bodyguard's like, "Oh, you stole the darts!" And before they can get filled full of lead, like the door had, she threw a spike and it hit dude in the temple. It's so sick because you don't see the blood, but you see his legs twitching. Whew. And what she said, "Don't shoot in here because there's a baby." Her one-liners are great in here. While they're moving through, she's able to accurately tell someone's been following them since they left that room because they're going to go to another room, one of the other 3 vacant rooms, as the manager, the supervisor, kind of sets up a decoy by going, "Yeah, they fought and there's a hole in the door, but give us another room." Obviously, they can give them another room because they're in first class. They're not third class scum like Loid and Anya, right? I hate to say that. So, she's able to, first of all, she can sense bloodlust, which would make sense because she's been doing this for an awful long time since she was, well, not as young as Anya, maybe slightly older. But she can sense bloodlust. She steps into this masquerade ball, takes the button off of the guy. By the way, the masks that were on all of them, including the little baby, adorable for the baby. Adorable. She's just waiting. She's like, I can't. She was already instructed, trying not to kill anybody because it'll show attention, especially if they can't dispose of all the bodies. And dude's already disposed of one body. You got to dispose of a second body. And actually, the own assassins, the assassins threw another guy overboard. But I'll get to that in a second. She takes this button. As soon as this guy goes, "Yeah, I'm just going to walk past him and stick him and kill him." As soon as he stands up, lock eyes, flicks the button with enough force to knock him out. It was like ka-ding, and he's knocked out to where the guy that was tailing them is like, "Hey, get up, what?" And when he tries to come over and take things into his own hand, because they're just going straight after the blonde lady, Olka, she turns around, grabs his hands like, "Oh, you want to dance? Well, I'm not good at dancing, but also I'm married, so I can't do it." She breaks this man's hands. Remember, she's insanely strong, and then knocks him out. Just her one-liners so good in here. So now she's 3 for 3, and towards the end here, where Anya makes her lovely cameo, this guy called Sickle and Chain what's his name? Sickle and Chain. What? I don't want to call him Barnacle Head. Nope. Nope. Yeah, Sickle and Chain Barnaby. That is his name. By the way, he's thinking this. I'll get to a second. This dude's huge, looks insane, and walks past them, and then he whips the sickle around. She's able to save everyone from getting beheaded. She only sensed his bloodlust at the split second. So this is a serious contender. But here's what's insane. So, remember I told you about the 20 assassins? Minus one guy, because dude in the turtleneck and glasses stabs him in the gut, and another guy stabs him in the neck. Obviously, they're getting info from some computer guy that's there who's getting information, which has been confirmed by the first person that the director had to kill, right? And dude's saying, all right, look, we're not doing first come, first serve anymore because someone got impatient and struck now they're on high alert, which is interesting because the director said, yeah, they're probably not going to strike until we get closer. He's thinking the next day. He also thinks that the leak came from the not the bodybuilder, but the bodyguard saying bye to his parents. No, it came from it came from idiot Olka saying the baby's name out loud. It also comes from the fact that you guys don't know how to spy wiretaps for some reason. Like, you're supposed to be super tight knit and super spies, super assassins, but you couldn't figure that there'd be wiretaps everywhere. Which begs the question: why weren't there wiretaps in the rooms? Suspend your disbelief. I'm not going to think about that any further. But that seems like this guy's calling the shots, saying we're all going to split it evenly. Nobody, and we're gonna just go after this group. We know that there's at least a bodyguard. There's at least 3 of them, not including the baby. And this dude with sharp teeth, it's always the sharp teeth people, who goes, well, wouldn't it just be easier just to kill every woman that has a baby on board? They got rid of them. And this guy says assassins are not the same as murderers, and they flip him overboard. First of all, an assassin, by its actual name and definition, is a hired killer, and a killer is a murderer. So, ergo, de facto, de whatever the hell brain Olympics you're doing, you're still a murderer. You just murdered this dude because he's dumb, right? I'm just putting it out there. So yeah, they're all working together. And one of the funny things is, this is why I wish, I don't know if we're ever going to get this, even in the manga, but I wish Anya, Loid, and Yor work together knowingly. Like, they unknowingly work together at the beginning of part 2 of season 1 to make sure that whole national disaster didn't happen. But here, again, inadvertently, I mean, Loid doesn't help, but Loid's going, yeah, there are wiretaps everywhere. I mean, maybe the secret police are here because there's lots of celebrities and politicians and stuff. And then he goes, and I've already identified like a bunch of very suspicious people. And the silhouettes and frames we see are of like 3 or 4 of the assassins that were gathered when they had their little powwow. So if they would have worked together, I find it interesting. I would love to see if the garden would work with Wise. And then they go, Twilight, you gotta meet with Thorn Princess. They meet up. And then they go, oh shit. And it's gonna be hilarious. I probably whenever the series has to end, I can see the author possibly doing something like that if it hasn't happened yet. I think that would be very funny. So, Anya wants this bony keychain, and Anya does what kids do: whine and complain for the toy that she wants. And she's rolling on the floor, and I think it's funny because the ladies are going, one's going, he should just buy it for her, and another one's going, oh, she's so cute. And I'm thinking to myself, Anya, if you weren't in an anime, and if you weren't adorable, I would be saying, man, he really needs to put some discipline on his child. But it's Anya, she can get away with it. But even now, Loid is thinking, oh man, wait, I could be messing up because people are going to see that I'm not doing this for her, and a good father would buy the child anything, right? And he's going over his mind thinking about what the handler said about, doing the special trip for Anya. And he's saying maybe that's what she's seeing. This girl has so much darkness in her heart. I couldn't see it. And Anya's just going like, I don't even want the keychain anymore. She can read his thoughts. Like, as usual, Papa misses the mark. I don't want it. And Loid, as a parent, fake parent, step parent, technically, he knows that his kid doesn't need it, but he's like, and you've seen a lot of parents do this, like the kids whining. It's like, yeah, I just got to keep you quiet. But this was fairly funny because Anya read the mind of the giant sickle and chain Barnaby who doesn't want to share the pot. He's just gonna go after them, and Anya sees her mom doing her mom stuff, and she sees the guy, and she's like, "Oh no! If Papa sees this," and she deflects the attack, she's thinking this guy's gonna attack her with a frog on a chain. That is freaking adorable and hilarious. He's gonna go, "Oh, she's a frog hater and an assassin. Divorce." So she's trying to keep him busy, and the store lady's coming in saying, "Hey, you should try on this father-daughter stuff." And he's like, "No." And Anya is able to flip it around, going, "Father, the point of going on adventures is so you can try different things." It's not very waku waku of you excited. He's not being very, excited or exciting, try the stuff. And she gets him to go in there, and he's thinking like, okay, it's supposed to be on vacation, fine, I'll do it. He gets super serious, and I was like, do your best. And he's like, I will. It's the funniest moment because this is such an unserious conversation that's being taken so serious by Loid. And then Anya forgets that he's a master of disguises. He can get dressed and undressed super fast, but in his mind, he's thinking, none of this stuff matches. I can't go out there like this. So it bought her some time to try to help, but her mom didn't need her help. The episode ended with Yor getting ready to face down Sickle and Chain Barnaby. Can't believe I mixed my words together there. Man, I told you about the supervisor killing this guy. When they left the bar, because here's how they split up. The gentlemen's all went to the bar. 2 guys that know the assignment, 2 guys that don't. The ladies went back because it's like, yeah, little babies, baby, what's his name? Not George, baby Graham. He's getting tired. So adorable when he just chomped on the food that was on the fork. Oh, SpyXFamily does babies so well. Like, they're not annoying or dumb. The kid cries when he should, like when they're being shot at and Yor has to throw them onto the bed. That makes sense. It's not a Shin Chan kid. This is just a regular kid. But supervisor could already tell, just like Yor could tell, somebody was following them. And before this dude could attack the fake husband, bodyguard Mr. Gray, dude took out first of all, the old guy's behind him. Dude tries to stab. He breaks his arm, covers his mouth. Like, I'm not going to ask you yes or no questions. Do you work for Leonard Harpo, son? Whatever. And when he didn't answer, he broke his other arm. And he's just muffling yes about, yeah, he works for him. Yeah, there are others. And he's like, how many are there? And he breaks dude's leg. He's like, that wasn't a yes or no question. Dude doesn't know how many there are. Again, I told you, first come, first serve, but they're using information. They know the name is Shati Gray. They know the room is 8053. Just how could you mess this up? You should have never let that lady go out. But another touching moment here is you're telling her, when you get over there and you make sure you play outside with him every day because they've been cooped up. And she pokes little baby's cheek, which if you try to poke a baby's cheek in real life, it probably won't go well. The parents will either be upset, or if it's your kid's probably going to wake up and be upset that you're poking them in the face. So poke at your own risk. But it's adorable because Olka tells her, well, the goal is to get them away at the rendezvous point, and then on the third day when they're at the island, that way you can just do a sweep and make sure no one knows that she's gone, or make sure no one sees her. But Olga's saying, you should spend some time with your family. You know what? On that third day, you should go and spend time with them. And you're not really thinking about it. Granted, since she's in first class, them going to dinner, her family can't go. You can't go in from third class to first, so she's not going to run into them. Although she almost did here. But yeah, Olka telling her to spend time with her family because you can tell. It's easy to tell she cares about this fake family. I mean, you got this family so you could do more of your job that you're doing right now. You would think she would care more about that. No, she is thinking about her family. What is the idea that just popped in my head? I forgot a part of the story that I was going to speak on even more. But yes, episode was tons of fun. Very fun. Just remembered, there's a part where Anya's eating. Grant, they're not in this fancy dining hall where they get 5-star chefs from the Berlin restaurants, but Anya's eating. And Loid's like, look, just because the buffet doesn't mean you got to stuff yourself. On top of, they both miss your being on the other side of the table. And when Anya goes, oh, it's kind of lonely, kind of sad and lonely. Well, we haven't eaten dinner without Mama in a long time. And then Loid goes, yeah, it is a bit lonesome. And she's like, Papa is lonely. He's like, I'm just saying it because you said it. Don't say that you miss her. It's okay, dude. But Anya's going to get some of those fancy cashews that are super expensive that you can only get here. Good for you, Anya. The whole you like nuts and peanuts thing. Good for you. Good episode all around. Very funny, very touching. I had to think about it. See, I want to give it a 5 because of your, just us seeing you're able to do her job without needing to kill makes me want to give it a 5. But if I'm going to be honest, it's a 4, right? It's a 4. It's not it is a proper continuation episode. Proper, this thing happened last week, which I gave that a 5. We're going into this stuff now. It's a 4. It's definitely above average, but it's good. It's not super perfect, but it's good. I definitely enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section right down below. I would love to hear what you thought of this episode. I'm enjoying it. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos such as this one. We do these every weekend. Every weekend, you're going to get a Spy Family talk from me until they do a break or something. I'm actually wondering when that movie is going to come out. I need to look into that. Please be good, be blessed. Thank you for taking some time out. Listen to me talk about Spy Family. Make sure you get yourself some water. You stay safe. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk, all right? If you're feeling down and out, realize that there are people out there that care about you, that need you, that love you. Reach out to someone and talk to someone. There are people out there that rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. If you'd like to get in contact with me, my social media is in the description below. Give me a follow, send me a message, say hi. I'll say hi back. Just don't be a jerk, and yeah, everything will be fine. So, until next time, guys, I just figured out what my ending call for this series review will be. It will be the Waku Waku. Waku.